All right, well, welcome to Module 5. Basically, I'm going to be sharing with you the lead evolution math formula so you can predict your income every single month. Now, of course, this requires that you do something for the first 3 months in order for you to have any idea what the rest of the formula looks like. It's impossible to calculate any numbers with a zero multiplied with them. So if someone says, well, I don't know what my potential is because they haven't had a sale yet or they haven't had a listing yet, well, then of course it's going to be hard to triple zero. So in order for me to share that with you, you first have to put about 3 months worth of work in, and I'm going to show you with the tool here how that works. The biggest thing is, you got to track the number of leads you capture, convert, contract, and close. And so the biggest mistake agents make is thinking that prospects think the way they think. True marketers only care about the numbers. That's it. We know that if we put 100 people in the system, 6 leads come out on the other end. We just got to keep putting 100 people in the system. And if out of that 100, the 6 people that close every month, there's another 18 that didn't close that month, we know that the next month there's going to be a snowball effect. So it'll go from 6 this month, maybe 6 out of that 18 or the 24 are going to close the next month, plus the 6 that we bring on. So now we're at 12, and then 18, and then 24. Once you have, 16 or 12 to 18 closings a month, you're probably going to need a team. So that's where you have to start looking at this. If you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're tracking it, you'll know where your strengths are, you'll know where your weaknesses are, you'll know where your choke points are, and that's exactly what this tool is designed to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this tool works, kind of walk you through the whole process of what you need to do, and then during our coaching, I want everybody to download this, talk about their goal planning, and from the goal planning, then we're going to get into how to basically set this up so that you can follow this system every single month and make sure that you're getting what you need. Now, the example here is literally what I call lead evolution pipeline math. How your lead evolves through the pipeline from the time you get the lead until the time you get paid. So if you look here, again, I talked a little bit about marketing, but here's the big deal with marketing. How do you drive traffic? We talked about all the campaigns. But again, you need to know who your target audience is. And Facebook does a great job for you by sharing with you the different audiences and how you're going to reach out to different demographics. But the truth of the matter is there's much more to getting traffic than Facebook. There's Google, there's paid ads for Google, there's free traffic for Google, there's YouTube, there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's you mailing cards. We call indirect versus direct type of getting the word out there, driving traffic. You can put billboards on buses. You can put billboards on the street sides. They used to have park benches where you'd have more ways to advertise. But you want more people that either organic traffic or traffic that you drive to react to whatever campaign you started. And then from there, we need to know what was the cost associated with that. If you're not tracking the cost of every single campaign you're doing, then you're probably throwing away money and don't even realize it. So the first column here after the marketing is marketing cost. So what's your marketing plan? Then what's your marketing cost? Then I talk about how much time you put in here. So once you get this spreadsheet, all you're going to do is fill in the blanks. You should have nothing in any of these columns until you've actually started getting leads for real estate. So if the marketing cost is $200, I know with my open house package, it's about $400 for the whole year. But if you divide that by 12, it's what, $35 or so. So I know when I'm looking at my Facebook package, or correction, my open house package, I know how much I've spent. I divide that 400 number or 500 number by 12. It tells me what I'm spending monthly, plus any other expenses I may spend each month for like maybe gift cards or something along those lines. I know it takes me 19 hours per month to do an open house, maybe 8.5 is the most I really spend, so this number would actually be wrong. But let's say, 8.5 or 9 hours doing open houses, we get 10 leads that walk in the house. 8 of those people respond back to us when we call them or put them in our auto drip campaign with the autoresponder that I've shared with you guys. And then from there, you just look at the numbers. Converted to appointment 6, converted to clients 4, contracted 2, closed 2. Now, when I start looking at this for 3-month time frame, So January, February, March, I look at each one of these to see what the numbers look like. And all you got to do is take the average over 3 months, and it's going to give you a very realistic projection of what you're going to make every single month, provided you're doing the same level of work every time. Now, the only difference is you're going to have to back off of a lot of the work that you shouldn't be doing, like marketing for leads. That should be automated, or you should hire someone to do that for you for $10 an hour. And then when it comes down to your transactions and the paperwork, you need to have someone doing that for you on the other end as well. So you want to spend most of your time meeting and greeting clients. That's it. And with the lead evolution pipeline math, it's going to show you exactly how to come up with a predictable number. So basically, you have to work it forward and then work it backwards to make the prediction. So if you don't have any information to put in here the first time, you got to first come up with a campaign, decide on one of these, run it for a little while, see what your numbers are. Once you see what your numbers are, then you can look at it from the other direction. I closed 2 loans, or I closed 2 homes this month, and I work it back the other direction. Oh, it took me 10 leads to close 2 deals from open houses. Well, now you know. I did 1 open house. I need at least 10 leads from the open house. So if you do an open house and you only get 5 people to show up, then you may only close 1 that month. But on average, after 3 months, you'll see exactly how this tallies up for every different way. Referrals, that's the lowest cost way to get a lead. Obviously, you spend what, $1? I just had to put $1 in there, or it wouldn't calculate. But the return on investment is the last column in this tool. It's 120 times what I spent to make that $6,000. This one was $1 to get a referral, so I made $9,500 on this particular deal. That's 9,500 times my investment. Really, it didn't even cost me $1. It just cost me some of my time. And then this one's 13 times the amount. But again, you need to see these numbers for yourself. Converting rentals to buyers is worth $5,500 a month. I'm sure everyone in this industry would be happy to make $5,500 every single time they converted a renter to a buyer, or multiple renters to buyers over that month. So, and these are referrals. So for me, I'm making that kind of money off of just sending referrals. So what you want to do is look at your numbers to determine how much you're going to make over 3 months, and then the average of this will literally show you how this works. And for me, I'm just going to coach you on each of these different columns. We're going to come up with a strategy. We're going to talk about which one of these campaigns is the best one for you, whether it's mailers, free signs, seminars, flyers, rentals, whether it's Zillow, Realtor.com, RedX, Landvoice, whatever it is, whatever system you think is best for you. That's what we're going to talk about, the goal planning system. We're going to run a goal planning campaign for you. We're going to show you basically what the goal planning agenda looks like. And so this is my goal planning agenda board. I would highly advise that you print this out, make a big copy of it as well, because what we're going to do is take this and plan out for literally a year. So it's going to be what objectives do we have for each year, and then what are the tasks required to accomplish those each year, and then what's the date for each one of those major milestones. So we first talk about your overall objective. What is that? Well, I want to be a 6-figure agent, and then you have to state, what time frame. And then you have to talk about each of the tasks and the date that's going to be completed. So as I stated before, a goal without a deadline is just a wish. So the way I think, I'm always thinking, how do I solve problems like that? It's nice to hear these, wonderful cliches. But when you hear these cliches, all these motivational speeches, all these different things you hear from all these different coaches, what in the world are they doing to help you implement a solution to all these problems? Most of the time, they give you a strategy. They do not give you something to implement. So when I say implement, I mean tools, and exactly what you're looking at is a great tool to keep you on track. Once we sit down and go through what you need to accomplish for the first 12 months of your real estate career, or the next 12 months of your real estate career, then it's on you to hold yourself accountable. Even as a coach, there's not much I can do for you. I used to say this a lot when I was teaching and training people to do PT or physical training in the military. I can give you a plan, but I can't do the push-ups for you. So I took it a step further. Not only am I giving you a plan, I'm actually giving you a tool. Now, you go through the trouble to make this tool, you should probably, like I said, print it out, put it somewhere you can see it on a daily basis. And I promise you, even subconsciously, 3 months down the road, you're going to look back and it's going to shock you that some of these tasks you were getting done and not even realizing you were doing it, as long as you're staying focused and actually moving in the right direction. And that reminds me of a saying that I often use with anything related to goals and tasks. And that is, don't confuse motion with action. Just because you're doing a lot doesn't mean you're going anywhere. you're like that hamster on a wheel. So let's make sure that you are actually taking the right task and moving in the right direction and actually going somewhere. So do the right type of activities, the income producing activities. And that's what we want to cover here. And guess what? The lead evolution pipeline math and that spreadsheet that I just showed you, that's what allows you to do income producing activities as opposed to just being in motion. Hopefully you got a lot out of this training, and I believe that's it for this module and for the course. Look forward to seeing you on one of my other courses in this program. Take care.